Howdy. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. It's cold outside. It's cold in here, and so I'm going to keep this short because I'll get cold quickly. But I'm here in the sanctuary, and I'm boy, I missed you today. Did you miss being in worship? I sure did, and I missed you being here. But I wanted to share a couple of quick words with you. First, isn't our tree spectacular this week? This is what you would have seen this morning, and we would have lit up the star at the top and made something powerful out of it because we were celebrating the gift and the wise men coming to see Jesus. And I'm perplexed by the wise men. Something strange and interesting happens. The wise men travel maybe up to 2 years' time. We don't know for sure. It could have been several months, several weeks, several days, depending on where they came from. But they come, they ask Herod in Matthew chapter 2, they say, "Where's the king supposed to be born?" You see, they knew what the time was. They were followers and had read much of Daniel's work, and Daniel gives a pretty specific timeline of when it was supposed to happen. So they knew, but they didn't know where. Once they figured out where, they made their way to Bethlehem. Now, we don't know how, it could have been anywhere from, again, Jesus could have been 6 months old, could have been up to 2 years. Knowing Herod, and as paranoid as he was, I can see him saying, "Knock out everybody 2 years and younger just because I can." But we do know that the family was still in Bethlehem. They were still there. But Matthew 2:11, as we continue on this presence theme for our church, Matthew 2:11 says something absolutely amazing. And it's what I wanted to speak on this morning if I could have. So Matthew 2:11 says they came to the house, they found Mary and the child, and they bowed down and worshiped him. What? They worshiped a kid, a baby? They didn't worship Mary. They worshiped him, the baby. The root word for this worship here is more than just, hey, admiration. It is worship a God. So even from the beginning of time and from the beginning of these moments, they knew that something powerful had happened. I believe that the star was more than just a coincidence or more than just some planets aligning, but I believe it was the glory of God shining forth and bursting forth from the baby. And so they see the baby and they know that they've got to worship him. I don't understand why they worship him. Why did they worship him? Think about it. The baby could do nothing for them. The baby couldn't provide anything. The baby couldn't give anything. The baby was a baby and was in no position to do anything for these wise men. But more than that, the baby had done nothing for them. It's not like us where we worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords because Jesus has done something for us. They knew that this baby was special. And they knew as soon as they entered the presence of the baby, the presence of the Almighty, they had one response: worship. Worship. As they entered into that house, they worshiped. As they entered into his presence, they worshiped. Friends, I want to challenge you. As we make the presence of God, our theme for our year, it is a lens that is changing in a way I'm focusing, it is changing my heart and changing the way I do things. And I'm hoping and praying that as we enter into his presence, we'll find that all we can do is worship. Not just because of what he has done, not just because of what he can do in our lives and what he can bring us, though he has done much and he can give us much, but because he is the Messiah, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Messiah. I'm praying for you today. I pray that you will live into the presence of God this week. I pray that you'll continue to use the journals and pens that were given to you, and I pray that you'll learn more and more about the presence of God and that it will change your life. I love you. God bless you. I'm praying for you, my Pleasant View family, and it is a Pleasant View, and it's where life looks good. in the presence of the King. God bless.